Hello everyone, hope you are all fine. And today my name is Usama Sarwar and I'm here for the Flutter Development session. And I would like to know that if I'm audible to all of you or not. Please show me some gesture so that I may know that I'm audible to all of you. All right. Tariq Hussain, this meeting is already been recorded and it will be available to you after the end of this meeting. So don't worry about it. All right. So all of you may know about options that Zoom provide you. And meanwhile, if you have any question, you may show me some gesture, or you may comment, or you may send in the chat box, and I'll answer you accordingly. So let's start the session. All right. So first of all, I will explain about the Flutter technology. Hope so my screen is visible to all of you. Right now, it's there is a Flutter logo on the screen. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Suraj, for letting me know. All right. So let's start it. So basically, what is Flutter? Flutter is a Google UI development kit, and we build mobile, web, desktop apps from single code base. So this is the basically real magic of Flutter, and in today's session we will also make some practicals. Okay, so what does it do? When we code once and it automatically adjusts itself for Android and iOS layouts as well. We don't need to specify that that we are developing app for iOS, either for Android. So it will automatically manage itself. All right, so and Flutter also provides us the native experience and the debugging. Of course, the debugging is very important factor in this regard. So in this session, we will learn many things about debugging, that how to debug your code, and meanwhile, if you are programming and certain errors may come during your programming, and they will sort out how to fix them. And further we will be knowing about iOS layouts and about pixels, that how it automatically adjusts itself. Right, and other platforms other than iOS and Android are Chromebooks that are available in the market, and we are also having Flutter Web. In today's section, we will be talking about Flutter on Android and Flutter Web. I'll be telling you about both of them. All right, Flutter also available on Windows, Mac, and embedded softwares as well. It's both as well, and it's a worldwide community, and Flutter community is building. And in today's session you will also get tips about how to make responsive UIs, and how the Flutter will take care of your UI elements and all these things. And the power of Flutter is CPU, GPU, and your Android things. All right, the very first thing is the fast development. I'll tell you about that how the Flutter is very fast in development, although it has the function of hot reload. I'll tell in detail later. In hot reload, all right, these are the tools that we can use for the Flutter development, but we'll be using VS Code. All right, this is hot reloading, that when we are changing the code, the output will be automatically changed on real time. So it is the basic function of hot reload, and it will automatically adjust itself for iOS and Android devices, likewise for web and software as well. Alright, so here are some apps that are built with 5 KB of code. Only 5 KB of code was used to build these apps. So basically this is the Flutter gallery. You can Google it, and this is from the Google. All the content in this video is provided by Google developers and Flutter Google. And I'm here to make a practical now. Alright, so hope so this would be inspirational for all of you. Alright, these are certain apps that are built with Flutter right now. And the last thing that Flutter is free and open source worldwide, and the chances of its growth are very high in the future, and it's all about Flutter development. Alright, so let's start the session today. So I'll be starting from the scratch. Alright, so that there are many beginners also in this session, so they may know how to begin with it. Alright, so first of all, what we need to do, we need to go, let me open the browser. Alright, flutter.io, flutter.io or flutter.dev. It will automatically redirect you onto flutter.dev. Alright, now you need to go to the docs and get started. And from here you will choose your platform. Okay, for Windows, for Mac OS, for Linux. I'm using Windows, so that I'll go with it. Alright, so system requirements are very simple, that you may have Windows Windows 7 or later. 4-bit, disk space must be 400 MB, and tools would be Windows PowerShell, that is by default, that is built in the Windows 10, and we'll be using Git for Windows. Alright, and then you need to download this SDK, that is Flutter SDK, and you need to unzip in C in your C drive, C program files. And after that, you can also download from the GitHub directly. You can clone the repository because it is open source. Alright, and after, the most important thing is updating your path. Just like if you have downloaded this, just like this file, and you have unzipped in C program files, so after that you need to update your path so that window may know. Alright, how to update your path? You need to search environment variables, and then you need to go environment variables, and here you will search for, in system variables you will be search for path, and you will edit it, and then you will be here. Okay, I have Dart bin and Flutter bin. In the folder Flutter, there's also a subfolder that is bin, so you need to mention the path over here. So this will update the environment path into your system. So in this way the Flutter will be installed into your system. Now you can use it. Alright, after that you need to download another software, that is VS Code. You can download it from the web. VS Code download. Alright, there is some question. I'll answer your questions as well. The question from NG Chong Wei. Apologize if I am pronouncing it wrong. You are using Windows as your main PC. How do you upload your app to Apple App Store? Yes, that's exactly the point. We cannot build iOS apps with Windows. We need Mac OS for iOS development. So, but for Android and for web, I'm using for Windows because it's just a beginner session, so that's why I'm using it. Alright, so from here you can download your VS Code. Because I have already downloaded, so I'll close all the tabs and I'll right click and I'll see a folder here, open with code. Okay, so the VS Code basically is folder based IDE. Let's say Flutter Dev session. Alright, so I made a folder, and here I will open with code. Alright, so this is the interface of the VS Code. So this is the alright. I will open up the terminal, and here are the few commands that I need to write to make a Flutter program. It is taking some time to be initiated. Alright, so it's done. So alright, so I'm making a project. So how to make a project in Flutter? The very first code in here is Flutter create, and then you will be writing up the project name. Alright, while writing your project name, the first letter must be small. That must not be capitalized. And then we need to hit enter, and it will automatically build a project, a Flutter project for you. As you hit the enter, it will take some time, and alright, so it's creating the project. If you find anything difficult or you need some revision, you may place your question in the chat box. I'll read it and I'll reply you back. Alright, so all done. So in this folder, okay, the Flutter automatically created a demo project or a starting project for us. Alright, and then we need to open this file. Okay, so now there are two ways to open this directory. The first one is from command prompt, from the command cd. Cd stands for current directory dev session. Alright, so when I'll hit enter, it will enter into the dev session. Hope so my screen is visible to all of you. If the font size is too much small, let me know. Alright, so okay, so this was the method one, and the second method is I'm closing it, and I'm closing it as well. I'll open it, and here is my project folder, and I'll right click here and I'll open with code. So these are two ways I can open up that directory. Alright, so it became here. Alright, in this directory you can see there is Android folder, there is iOS folders, and all the files over there. For Android, you will also have just like Kotlin code, your Java code, and your Kotlin's code as well. Alright, this is your Kotlin code and this is your Java code. So it automatically generates the both codes for you when you are programming in Dart. So, and as well for iOS, these are the files and these are the runner files and all these. Alright, for iOS, your code will be converted into Swift. Okay, now our main file is in lib folder, and here we got main.dart. This is our very first file that we are getting here. Alright, for now I just attached my device with the PC so that I can run this code. Okay. Okay, for device you need to perform some actions on the device. Right now I'm not changing anything in the code. That is by default, that I just that is here with the Flutter create command. I haven't made any changes yet in it, and I'm going to run it. So for running it, I'll open the terminal again, and in terminal, all right, in terminal I'll be writing flutter run. All right, before running it, I will let you know about some settings that you need to make in your phone before proceeding it. Hope so my mobile screen is visible to all of you. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so first of all, you need to go to the settings of your mobile phone, and then you need to scroll down and you will find the option just like this, about your phone or about phone, and then you will find the build number and you need to tap it. All right, apologize for that. All right, you need to click on it about 7 or 8 times. After that, there will be a sign that you are a developer now, because I have already done this step, so that's why it's saying me that you are already a developer. After this step, you will be watching this option. The first this option is not appear in the menu, that is developer option. Then you need to turn it on and you need to scroll down and you need to turn it on. The USB debugging, this is the option that you need to turn on. Without turning it on, you will not be able to run your code and you will not be able to compile your code on your device. So these are the important steps that you need to take. Right, so I'm going back and now I am running it. I have written flutter run and I hit enter. After hitting enter, it will start compiling it. Alright, so now for the first time it will take some time, about 1 to 2 minutes, but after that you will see the magic. Alright, I think the device USB was not connected. Let me check it again. Alright, how I came this to know from this, there is no device found. Alright, so let me first of all quit this process. Alright, to quit this process I need to hit Ctrl C, so it will quit this process. So I'm quitting it and I will make sure that my device is connected. So to make sure that my device is connected or not, I'll type here Flutter devices. It will let me know that my device is connected with the system or not. Alright, so it's saying me that my device is connected with the system. Alright, so after hitting enter, alright, it's saying me to restart. Alright, I will give it a try. Alright, meanwhile I'm questioning your answers. Alright, your device is not connected. Alright, I am fixing it. Alright, from the question is from Talha Jalvi. Assalamualaikum, would I get certificate or something after this? No, Talha, this is just a public session, that is a public awareness about Flutter technology. You are not going to get any certificate after this session. This is just for the knowledge. Alright, so now we can see here that my device is Huawei is connected. Now I will run that command again. Alright, if you want to use the previous command, you can use the upward arrow in your keyboard and it will shortcut. These are basically the handy tips that will help you to make things quickly. Alright, I haven't allowed it yet. Alright, let me restart it. Alright, now it's running. Let me show you on the device. Alright, so currently it's not running. it is asking me for the permission. I granted the permission. If you feel any difficulty or any questions, you may ask. All right, Suraj, you have a question that is this gonna be only 45 minutes? Okay, this session will be end up after 45 minutes, and it will be restarted again. You need to join after with the same credentials. All right. The question from Ans Shafi: can we use Android Studio instead of VS Code, because I think it's pretty faster and easy to use. Actually, I'm using this because most of queries that I receive, that the people are having PC with the minimum requirement like 4 GB of RAM, and Android Studio doesn't support that, and it makes it so laggy. I think there's fault in my cable. Let me check once again. All right. So it's starting. Let's say, all right, if there comes any error, ask me to show you log, and from here we will get to know that where the error is. All right, the USB is disconnected again. All right, let me connect it in another port. All right, so in this session, I will also let you know about how to deal with these issues, because these are the issues that are faced by every developer, that might be his cable is broken, his phone is not picking up, and I'll show you the shorter version of that. And the solution is that we will transfer from Flutter to Flutter Web, and we'll change the configurations, and then we need nothing. We just need a Chrome that is already on the PC, and if you have minimum requirements at your PC, uh, then it will also run faster. All right, I have restarted it. Now the device is connected. Hope so. Now it will be running now. I think this issue is coming from the screen mirroring, because that is also attached with the USB, and I think that software is interrupting with it. Alright, a suggestion from the Suraj is use Visual Android isn't helping exactly. I have also installed Genymotion on my PC as well and Android Studio as well, but this will make the small PCs or the PC with the minimum requirement laggy. Alright, let me give it another try, the last try, and after that I'll not waste much time on it. I will just shift on Flutter Web and all the issue will be resolved. This is just the last try if it's picking up or not. Alright, finally it worked. Alright, it's showing me that build is generated. Now it is installing the APK, and finally we have an error launching application, failed to install, flana. Okay, why it's happening? Let me give it a try again. Alright, so it's not working on it, alright, so let's switch it on the Flutter Web because it's also alright, so let's switch it off. Alright, so I'm closing it. Alright, so I'm also deleting this as well. Now we are going to shift on Flutter Web. Alright, when you are shifting on the Flutter Web, you need to take care of few things, that no browser must be opened, that if there would be some browser would be opened, it will not work correctly. Alright, so first of all, how to convert on Flutter Web. You can use any of the command prompt system. Alright, so we will write here flutter config, and it will show me the command, all commands of flutter config. Alright, so here which command I need, this one, and here it will show me the settings. So I will type here flutter config enable web. So after hitting enter, it will shift it to, alright, settings enable web value to true. Okay, so when you will be first shifted to Flutter Web, there may across many errors in it. So to facing that error, you must need to run Flutter clean, and after that, just a minute. Alright, you need to run Flutter clean. Alright, after running Flutter clean, you need to run another command, that is flutter Flutter pub clean. Just a minute. All right, apologize, I was just answering some questions. Okay, so after that we need to go open with code. And following the same procedure once again. All right, terminal is already open. Let it create. Right, so after it's running still. Right, current directory, changing current directory. All right, so now we will see that here is a folder that is with the Flutter Web, and it contains your HTML file, and here's our dot file as well, and the Android and iOS still there. All right, so now it's time to run it. First of all, let me close all browsers. All right, so now we will check that either it is detecting my all tabs or not. All right, so here we can see in the Flutter devices we have now the Chrome as our device. So now it's time to run Flutter run, and here we need to mention in by default when you are connecting with your Android, you need not to mention your Android device, but when you are connecting on a Chrome or on software or on Chromebook, then you need to mention your device name. So D, and here we'll type the name Chrome, and hopefully it will not generate any error this time, because there will be no connectivity issue, no any other issue as well. All right, the build folder is now developed. So first you can see there was no build folder, and now there is a build folder. All right, Suraj, you have raised your hand. You may type your question, please. This is going to end. Yeah, you may join once again. I'll start the session again. Yes, you can rejoin it. It will resume from the same here. I'll just start it once again. All right, so finally it worked. All right, so let me show you some cool features that Flutter may have. Hope so my screen is visible to all of you, and all the attendees have joined it. Kindly show me some gesture that either my screen is visible to you. All right, thank you, Suraj. Thank you, Suraj, for letting me know. All right, so I have done it, and it's saying me to hot restart change while running. Okay, okay. First of all, let me show you some cool features about Flutter. All right, so this is the basic application that Flutter, when you run the command Flutter run, it builds this application, and this is just simply a counting app that shows you some counter, and if you press Ctrl Shift I, or you may go into the inspect element, I will show you the layouts that if I play it for pixel 2, it will adjust automatically for pixel 2. If I play it on iPhone X, it will adjust yourself for iPhone X, and same with the case iPad. Okay, so it will it's adjusting itself likewise. All right, so I'm closing this view because we are all right, let me pixel to Excel. Okay, so we'll be using this, so I am just closing it. Oops. Let me run one again, and I'll be all right. Pixel 2. All right, now I will show you how these things are working. All right, here is the app and here is my IDE. All right, it's visible to all of you. Okay. Okay, now I told you earlier that Flutter is very fast when it comes to development. It's the code, it's just a basic code that is written in the Dart, and I'll change it and I'll see how fast it is changing. The very first thing I'm watching this ban over there, debug. Okay, first of all, I need to change this. I don't want that. It's looking not good. All right. So when you will be typing in the VS Code, you need to hit Control Space, and it will automatically show you suggestions regarding to that tag. So debug show content, and when I'll hover on it, it will show me that which option it will be accepting or what data type is it is accepting from it. So it is a boolean data type and it is accepting from me a true or a false. So I'll be making it false. All right, so now when I will click on the terminal and I'll hit R, it will automatically bring the change into the app. All right. Okay, so now let me change something else. Just like this, Flutter is very popular due to its theme customizations and Google UI and Google theming. So I'm changing the color to red or any other color. Okay, so I'm going to change it to red or trailout, and tantanan, everything is changed and everything is working as it should be work. All right, now it's time to change the data. All right, the title here is Flutter Demo homepage. So let me change it. Let me change it to Flutter Dev session. And when I'll click R, and it will automatically maintain everything. And this function is hot reload that is not available before this. Okay, so now when I'm clicking on this, so a function is beginning. Okay, the very confusing thing. All right, so there is comment. All right, there's message. How can user access this page if we want online something URL? Okay, basically that is another topic, that how to publish it and etc. This is basically hosting on localhost. And likewise, if you are making an app and you want to upload it, so it will behave likewise. It will behave on just like if we say www.something.com, so it will automatically upload over there. We will make a build file of this application and we will upload that on the server. And just like this, we can see if we open the web folder, we can see here we have index.html, we have our manifest files, and these are the files that are required to run it over the web, just like it is running on Chrome, just like on localhost. So it will be all right. So there is another question from Suraj. We want to get a network images asset. Does it work on localhost? Exactly, it will work on localhost. You can, but for that I need to recall something to you. There is a file in it that is pubspec.yaml. You need to mention everything over there. Just like let me show you. If you are adding some asset, you need to unmark it. Just like if I am unmarking it, control and slash. So you need to put assets and you need to mention the paths of assets, or if there is some folder um, in your project and you need to upload all that folder, so you need to leave it blank just like this. That if you have a folder of images, then that would be enough. It will automatically know that you are picking up images from the folder images, so it will work like this. And another thing that the beginners this thing is for the beginners, that the spacing in the pubspec.yaml is does matter so high that if you will put two spaces there, the code will not work. It will show you errors, many errors, and it will not work. So you need to take care of the spaces in pubspec.yaml file. This is so important for you. And if you are using some add that is not by default, you will add it over there just like this. These are the examples over here from the Flutter developer team, that if you want to use this theme or this family, you just need to uncomment it, or you can change it according to your own need. Hope so this answer satisfies your question. Okay, so now I need to change this counter. This is incrementing by 1. So now how these things work? All right, there's a weird commenting over there. I'm just deleting everything so that you may understand what's going on over there, because if you are getting this, if you are getting the concept of layouts, then everything would be very visible and clear to you. All right, just let me delete everything from here. All right. So meanwhile, many of you when registered, I saw that you already know any of the programming language, let's say ABC, or most of you know about C++ and Java. All right. Okay, so this is the main class. Just like every programming language has a main class of it. And there is a function run app, that if there will not be a function run app. This is by default from the Flutter, that if you are not gonna run this function, your app will not work, and you can also not change it. And the second function would be my app. This function is customizable, and you can make it on your own. After that, there are two things that you will deal in Flutter that are really very important. The first thing is stateless widget, and the second thing is stateful widget. And if you understand this concept, that what state you need to use, you are successful in the Flutter career. And the second thing that is important in that you need to know, everything in Flutter is a widget, right? Everything in Flutter is a widget. That if you are adding a text, that is also a widget. If you are adding a button, that is also a widget. If you are adding a drawer, that is also a widget. Okay, so you need to take care of these things. And another thing, that every widget has either its children or child. Okay. Okay, so let me demonstrate it first. All right, so let me first explain the difference between stateless and stateful widget. A stateless widget means that your app has something that is not changing its state. Just like I can see Flutter Dev session over there, it's not changing its state, and you can also see there's a button that is not changing its state, but there is something here that a number that are changing its states continuously. Okay, so in this app, the whole layout is stateless, but this number will be in stateful function or a stateful class. Okay, so in stateless class, what we have shown, that either the debug banner should come or not, the title, this title is basically this title that is coming on the tab, or when you or the title in your Android launcher. Okay, and this is the primary swatch and your densities, and this is your title. So we need not to change these things when we are running the app. Okay, so now we come to stateful widget, and in stateful widget what we have all right, we have a function, this function, okay, wide increment counter. And in increment counter, what is written in it? Set state. Whenever something gonna change in the app of Flutter, we will call the function set state. Without calling this function, you cannot set state of any function, or you cannot change anything while running the app. So this is built-in function, and by default it is available in the Flutter. You need not to import any library or anything else for that. Alright, so currently it's saying counter plus plus, and that is why it is incrementing by 1. If I change it, let's say I'm changing it to plus 2, or alright, so and I'm hitting alright, and let me click and let me run it, and when I click on it, it will increment it by 2. Alright, so that is why it is very fast. Let's say if I want to increment by 10, and now it will be incremented by 10. And the very unique thing that is coming in Flutter, that is a functionality, that is dark mode. That if I'm changing its brightness, just like brightness to dark, and I'll hit enter, the whole app will automatically be converted into dark theme. So it's totally magical. It will automatically change the text color, your background color, and each and everything, just like Twitter, Facebook, and all other apps are using. We can also define, we can also customize it, and it's totally magical. Okay, so till now, if you have any questions, you may ask. Tariq Hussain, repeat please. Which thing I'm supposed to repeat? Alright, about dark theme. Okay, so there are two variants by default that Flutter provides us in the name of brightness. So there are two options, either the brightness dot dark or the brightness dot alright, and the brightness dot dark or light. By default it is already light, and if we make it dark and I apply the changes, and it will automatically convert the whole app into dark mode. You not need to write code or style for dark mode separately. It will automatically do this for you. Hope so this answer satisfied you. All right, Salman Ahmed, sir, when the session will be end? It's Nawaz time now. If you don't mind, please tell me time. Yeah, it's about to end. There's just question session, and after this, it's end. That if you have any question, any queries, any confusion, because this is very beginning, and if you know till here, you can go it with yourself as well. All right, there is a question from Anas Shafi. Color of action bar is not remaining same, means red is changes to light blue. Light blue, basically it's dark after dark theme. Okay, this is basically the settings that is coming with the theme and theme data. You can predefine your whole theme with it. Okay, just like let me customize it. Now I'm not using the default. All right, so let's say I need to change the color to color dot amber. Okay, and now I need to convert the rest of the page into the black. Okay, so now I'll see that this page is which one gadget. Okay, my home page, and I'll find the gadget, and here I have scaffold. Okay, so scaffold and body, and in this body all these things lie that is written here. You have pushed the button this many times. Okay, so now I'll right. So in scaffold, I will type the background color, and I'll change the background color. And by default, I will be typing colors dot just say black. All right, and everything is and the color is changed. Okay, and if you want to change the color of text to white, and you can change it over here. All right, so I have changed the color of this text, and likewise okay, now I want to change the color of this as well. So what I'll do, I'll just comment this, and I will copy this widget, because I told you earlier that everything here is a widget. Okay, so this style is also a widget, this color is also a widget. So I copied this widget and I'm pasting it over here, and I will okay, so now what you will see, that the colors are changed. Okay, so you can customize it according to your own need, according to your own themes as well. You can make your own themes as well. Okay, so here Muhammad Abir Mutaraf. Okay, you did not take lecture daily. No, I don't take lectures daily. Great present. Okay, from Daniel. Great presentation. I'm having difficult setting the path of Flutter in my environment variable using Ubuntu. Yeah, exactly the same process you need to revise in the Ubuntu, or if you are using the Linux, you need to update the environmental variables. Unless you will not be able to run Flutter. Okay, Suraj, how can we get just the APK file? I know it gets installed on phone. How can we compress the app? How can we create multiple pages? Can you just answer this please before the class ends? Okay, I will answer all these things. Daniel, okay, I'll answer it. Just wait please, Suraj. Salman Ahmed, sir, I have a last question, sir. I'm very confused about the way to become Flutter developer. Someone suggests me to start first Java or Kotlin, and some are saying to go back, and so please guide me from where I want to start. I also have checked it on YouTube, but I didn't get anything. I also asked from experts, but they didn't give me reply. That is a really bad thing that the experts are not giving a reply. The reason is that the experts of Flutter are very few, that are the real experts, and they are busy in making money, and that will not reply you either. But I'll answer you. All right, Manish, bro, you're do familiar with Flutter Firebase? Do you? Can you please reply me? All right, so I'll respond it later. All right, so very first question from Suraj. How to get the APK? All right, so just you can say that the app is ready. You need to run the command flutter build apk. That is the command that is used to build apk. After that, you will be having in flutter build, and you will be having here a file that would be flutter. I'm showing you the project that I have already built, so it will be easy for you. I think that is not in this PC, that is another. Apologize for that. But whenever you will run this command, so it will build the file. And the second of your question is how can we compress the app? All right, so this is very technical question and very important question as well. To compress the file size, when you are uploading the files on the Google Play, so there's an option to upload multiple APKs. So what does it mean? Multiple APKs mean that if you are visiting for ARM or all right, let me just close it because I need to tell you some important things. If you go here, Flutter release, you will get to know everything. Flutter release APK, okay? So here you can split your APK to reduce your file sizes, just like this. All right, this is the full command, and that is for Mac, Linux, or Ubuntu, and this is for Windows. Basically, this is the procedure for signing the app, because when you're uploading it on Play Store or elsewhere, you need to sign your app. Otherwise, Play Store will not upload your app. My very own app is updated on the Play Store, that is Quran app, and you may check it. All right, this is about signing. All right, build an app, test an app, build an APK. I think there is no coming. All right, there are my notes. I will send you later. Let me open that because I have written the whole queries and commands on those. Let me take some private space. Let me show you. All right, so here you can see some commands. So the first command is about Flutter create command. When you are in the production and you are going to release your app on the Play Store or App Store, you need to make app like run the Flutter create command like this. Okay, Flutter create Android X. Android X basically is a library of updated Android all commands and liabilities, and it provides the maximum out of it. All right, and then you can change your package name. That is also an important thing. When you are going to upload it, your package name will not be changed, and your build variants as well. I will tell you about also that. Okay, and for Android you need Kotlin code, and for iOS you need Swift code. Okay, and then you need to mention the name of your app. So basically these are the whole production settings that you are taking when you are when you are creating the project. Okay, so this is the release command. you will find it on GitHub. This command is not in the Flutter documentation. You will find it in GitHub. And to reduce the size, this is the command that I was talking about. Flutter build app bundle, and then you need to mention target platform Android ARM, Android ARM 64, Android X64. Okay, so basically it will generate three APKs, three or four APKs. Okay, the first one will be generic, that when you are uploading it on the mobile, it will automatically decide that which ARM it is using. Okay, the Androids I think before 4.0 or the KitKat variant are Android ARM, and after 4.4 to Nugget they are ARM 64, and Android X64 and ARM 64 are approximately same, but they are a bit different. But when you upload these three APKs to the Play Store, your file size will reduce to about 50%. About 50% your app size will be reduced. Hope so this answered your question. Okay, how can we create multiple pages? This is basically okay, I'm gonna tell you, you will use routes in Flutter. You will be using routes in your very main page. All right, so let me tell you first thing. I was talking about all right, an important thing is that how to change the Flutter variant when you are updating. So from here you can change the Flutter variant. This is your Flutter variant, and this is your variant code. These are two important things that you need to know. Okay. Okay, and can you just answer this? Okay, hope so, Suraj. I have answered all these questions. Okay, send private. Okay, thank you. Now it's turned Salman Ahmed. Sir, I have a question. I'm very confused about. Okay, so if you really want to be the Flutter developer, you need to start with basics of programming, that is object-oriented programming. And the second thing that you need to know about data structures, because you must know about data structures and OOP, and then you will automatically know about how to operate Dart, and then you need to go on Flutter, because if you are directly jumping towards Flutter, you will never understand anything, and it will be much confusing for you, and you will be disappointed, and you will be letting oh, it's very difficult, I'm not doing it. So you need to go step by step. Hope this answers my question, that first of all you need to make strong your programming basics. No doubt if you are programming in Java, C++, or even in Dart, the programming basics would be same, that how to build data types and how the object-oriented approach is working. Okay. Okay, the question, okay, Manish, I have answered. Okay, the question is from Muhammad Abir. In Android, we get key first and then add in it the generating APK. Can you tell me, is it the same in Flutter? Exactly, when you are signing the APK, you will put the key over there. All the documentation is on the Flutter IO. You can find all the documentation over there, and yes, it's the same. Hope so this answers your question. Okay, Daniel, Salman, are you at the right place? Let us try to consume the knowledge. Okay, thank you. Suraj, thanks. Okay. Salman, thank you very much. This session has been very helpful. Thank you very much. Okay, any other question if you may have? I am just copying these commands, and I'm putting in the chat section so that everyone, basically these are not notes, these are my personal notes, and here are some of my templates, and these things are there, so that's why I cannot share. There is some Firebase as well, and there are some handy steps and short steps for Firebase as well. that how to operate with Firebase. That first you need to go to Firebase, then you need to name your project, then you need to have a look at your package name, and that will be lie in Android app, Android manifest, that is here. All right, Suraj, I am now talking about Firebase. You may have a look at this. Okay, Android app source and main and Android manifest. Okay, so here this is your package name. So this you need to when you are making account on when you are making account. Okay, so you need to add this package name in your Firebase project. Okay, then here comes SHA1 key. This is the very important thing, and most of the developers didn't know it, and they waste a lot of their time. So this is the command, and I'm also sharing the Firebase things with you. This is the command, and you need to run this command in your IDE, and then you will find the SHA1 key. I'm sharing you the stats, the real-time stats. Let me show you. Let me open it in private. Alright, so when you will be opening firebase.google.com, alright, you need to go to console. Alright, there is also a question, Muhammad Abir, in iOS, how can we change package name? Where is package name in our iOS folder? Basically, there is no one. It is recommended not to change your package name. Okay, when you are creating your project, use use this code. Just I have told you earlier. You will put your package name in the create command, and then it will not mess with you. It will not create any mess with you. Okay, so this is an app that I personally made, that is Quran, and let me show you its settings. And all right, so here is SHA1 key, and this is SHA2 key. So basically these two keys are recommended, and these are required whenever you are debugging your project, because this will be very handy when you are uploading your app, and you will get to know about many stats about this app. Just like I have uploaded the app on the Play Store, and now I can have a look that how many people are using my app, and how many are active, and all these things, handy things. Alright, if we want to see package name in iOS, basically to deal things of iOS, just like here, where's the folder? Okay, so in iOS, basically this is compatible with the MacBook, because I am currently using the Windows operating system, so all the files are not even yet here. But let me show you. This is the run, and this is the base, and alright, info pl set. Alright, so they are not fully files. When you will be running it on iOS, it will all automatically generate, and you will see there will be package name over there. Okay, Suraj is asking, this is the last session, or there will be another Zoom session? This is the best question near class I ever had. Thanks, man. Do you have any other tutorial which shows both front end and back end? Actually, this is you can follow me on my social media accounts, and you can get in touch with me throughout that whenever I'm placing a session. And the next session will be for the advanced developers, and I'll let you know about that. So for the right time, you can follow me, and you can just follow me on the Google. you just need to write Usama server and you will find my all the details over there, just like if you are typing it. Okay, so you will be having my all details. Rest wise, my handler is at the rate of CS Usama server. I'm sharing this with you on every social media. You can follow me on via this. And currently I don't record tutorials. I just because that is too much boring to record tutorials, and that is also not very interactive, so that's why I don't do recordings of the lectures. So any other question if you may have, or else this was a very nice and interactive session about Flutter. Thank you very much. All right, Abir, I will try to manage those as well. You can follow me on my social media profiles, and you can link with me, you can message me, and I'll handle also that stream builder. Okay. State management, yes, that is also very important factor in the Flutter management. Yes, this session will be uploaded on YouTube, and I'll be sharing links with you, or you can find me on this is my channel, that if you don't know, you need to search by hashtag Flutter Dev Season. Okay, so you will find this all these videos regarding this, okay, Flutter Dev Season. And here you will find this, the introductory video as well, and my channel as well, and you can subscribe it as well, and you will get notifications and all that stuff.